Right, so where we left off was on the Snowland. We just recently took a big raft to down here. Let's take a look on the map to kind of recap. We've been to the Snowland many a times, but this time we came to Snowland after hitting the beanstalk. So there's like Mushroom Land, more Snowland, and there's a bunch of Snowland over here. Lots going on as a whole, so this should be exciting. More snow. Snow has been fun so far. So let's adventure around and see what we can find. Right, so here we are. A pet for a digital assistant. Humans began to worry that their digital assistants might get lonely when not in use, so they developed digital pets to keep them company. These pets were actually just low-level computer viruses that learned to interrupt the assistant at key moments. A bonsai buddy for your Clippy. Righto, so I want to push this to get this out of the way to head right over here. Also, I can't actually do much with this island. I can push this here, and then... What the hell was that? Are you kidding me? I can walk on short rocks. The third dimension has entered the game. Oh, that's funny. Well, alright, let's push up and let's walk on some rocks. The leech-powered percentage generator. While this device may seem primitive compared with monster calculators, these percentage generators made efficient use of leeches' innate ability to work out ratios. Fun fact, leeches were sometimes called tax accountant worms. I'm still amazed that we can walk on rocks. Well, with that in mind, now that we're back here, well, that hasn't changed much. I guess we've kind of just gone full circle. It's crazy how they can hide this mechanic for so long. Well, here's what I'm wondering, right? Was it, so now here's what we do, right? We go this way and we walk on this log. Well, are we sure that the other rocks just weren't too high? Because it seems like these rocks are shorter than other rocks we've experienced before. So it seems that we can walk on only these rocks. But maybe not. Maybe we can go back to the beginning of the game and find out that, in fact, we can walk on those rocks too. I mean, if that's the case, then I'm just incredibly impressed. Anyway, so we want to go down here. And to be honest, it is not as simple as it may first appear. But I wonder if it would involve walking on a rock at all. I don't know. I feel like that doesn't accomplish much. Well, hold on, wait. Can I just walk onto the rock? No, I cannot. But I guess I can do that. Well, I was planning on this, but I'm like, that does nothing. Well, that seems to be the only, like, rock to walk on. So maybe, I mean, maybe there's still some merit to it, but I don't see how actually walking on the rock helps us at all. So let's kind of mess around with this for a bit. Do some different... Oh, here's why we do it. We go on here so we can do this. I'm like, how does that matter? But it does. It matters a ton. It all makes sense now. Let's go left. Toddler weaponry. A beautifully designed weapon, its ability to inflict pain increases with the height and weight of the human subject who steps on it. Unripe humans. Toddlers can waddle over them happily, while an adult in hot pursuit carrying a bath towel will be incapacitated. Looks like it's a double log. I am blind. It is a single log. So the only singular gap is right here, and doing that is not as easy as you may think. Can I walk from the stump onto the rock? I can. Hold on, wait a second. Take this back a step. So I can walk from the stump onto the log, so I can do this and then knock it over here. Nice. So from the stump or from a fallen tree onto a short rock, we can walk. Lots of possibilities. I think I'm just going to start with the simple one, which is going here. And then maybe this way, and then this way, and then this way, and then hold on. Over it goes. And then... it's not quite right. Unless we can walk up this from other angles. Let's back it up a little bit. And realize that we were actually close here, and I definitely overdid it. But it seems I cannot access the rocks from the ground. I have to still use a log to get up. Okay, raft level. So we probably want to use this thing. I can't walk on this, can I? That one's too tall. So here's what I'm thinking then. I knock this over here so I can walk over here. And then now that I've walked over here, I can set myself up for success. Now, maybe I want to do this. Hit him with a classic tumble. But let's not to get too far ahead of ourselves. Let's do this first. Let's do it slightly differently. Let's do this first, and then that, so I can push this in first, and then get this set up. There we go. Here's our raft. Let's go. Oh, man. So now we got to work with the 3-dimension. I'm excited to see. It's probably going to take me closer to the starting area, and I guess I could maybe work with that. I mean, I assume it's going to want to take me up. Where are we right now? Yeah, we're connecting with another snow area. I guess we don't necessarily have to go up. There just probably is more snow stuff down here. So with that in mind, let's keep moving. I guess we're going left. All right. So this mechanic is a classic. I don't think that's right, though. Let's try pushing this way instead. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, it seems like with this, I would have to do something like so. But then there's not much I can do afterwards except push this in and create a raft. But I mean, it just doesn't seem right. I might have to do more walking on logs. Or I could do more walking on logs. So honestly, I don't know. I don't fully know. Hold on a second. Because now what I can do is bring this down, come back around here. Of course, the classic tumble strat. Dude, this game is so good. The way these puzzles just line up and combine all the mechanics. Oh, it's so satisfying. I did not think you'd be able to get so much out of a log. Can I get a log champ in chat for that? We now have advanced emojis. Before emoji became its own distinct language, humans would use little yellow faces to express emotions alongside written words. These could convey surprisingly subtle or complex emotions. These examples show the feeling of being angry with a friend in real life for something they did in a dream. Yeah, I hate when that happens. I think they actually forgot to specify that before it became its own distinct language for the second time, motherfuckers forget about hieroglyphs. What's going on here? I guess we're going up. Here's what I'm thinking, all right? I want this here, and then I want to put this here. All right, so here's what I want to do next. I want to do this, and I want to roll. That's not right. But I guess I could technically form a raft, and I hadn't thought about that. Let's plan this out a little better. I don't think making a raft is truly feasible, in all honesty. I'm inclined to say what I have right now is right, but I mean, we could still make a raft. It's not out of the question, and honestly, the more I look at this, the more I realize that this could happen. Almost happen. This could almost happen. Because watch this, right? We almost are able to push off, but the raft is blocked by the log. I want to reset just because, I mean, there's probably a bunch of possibilities. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Either we create a raft to the right of me here, or we do a single thing up there. It seems that there's almost a rock boundary in that maybe both solutions are possible. You just get a different, you can access different things on the island depending on what you do. So I'm going to go under the assumption that they're both possible. So with that in mind, if I do this and then walk on here, I actually cannot get on that log. I mean, that's fair. Understandable. Have a nice day. It just doesn't seem like I can do too much with that. You know what I'm saying? Though if we set it back up here, all I can do is roll this here. The classic tumble. Wow, I did forget about that. I can do a double tumble. Do I need both of them? Wait a second. Actually, what about a different double tumble? Not what I expected. I was hoping it would just keep somersaulting. Could you imagine? Well, anyways, this should be winnable. So let's back this up. I could probably push this around to, say, here. I'm not sure what I want to do with this piece just yet. I mean, I kind of want to knock this over here and then create a raft. That's one way to do it for sure. Of many, I quite imagine. This looks like a raft level. I want to get this in the water, probably. But I could also get this in the water and then do a little tumble thing to create a raft over here. Now you're thinking with logs. And there we go. There's our raft. Up we go. Alright, can't wait to see that we can walk on rocks all along. Alright, where are we? Are we close to the start? We're pretty close. The starting area was around here. We're going up to the start, but I mean, it's actually crazy how big of a void there is in the middle. All of this is potential puzzle land. I guess we're not really going back to the start at all. We're just finding new puzzles, and I can't complain. But I do notice that some of these rocks are, in fact, short. I still don't think I can do anything with it, but for some reason, I'm seeing that maybe down below we can do a two log to an island, but I can't tell for sure. The clouds are a little bit in my way. Keep messing around. What if I do a raft here? I guess that could be part of the plan. Well, let me back up the first log, though, because I see an idea. I just need to retrace my steps a bit, as in moving this to here. Well, that's not right either. If I push this here, then here, all that's going to happen is that this is going to roll like crazy, and we're going to get all the way down here and accomplish nothing. So maybe this could go, well, this wouldn't go first, because this still rolls down to the exact same spot anyways. All I can really change is rolling this down to here and creating a raft here without... Okay, this is a 2-gap. The only thing this did is let me see that I could do a 2-gap to down here. It's perfect. So I still want to knock this over here, and then knock this over here, but then I can't do the too long thing. So what's the point? Wait a second, though. Wait. I can do this raft now, at least. At least we found one of the things I was trying to do, and we made it to the island anyways. Damn it, this was the intended solution all along. You just know it was. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna push this up here. Although, actually, I think I will knock over this tree first if I can help it. So it's like here. Push off here, then push off here. And see where this takes me. Another snowman! Yo, so I gotta figure out how to get to these snowman. I see this to my left is a small rock, so I want to get over that at some point, but I don't have access to that right now. Gotta get the snowman eventually, though. I bet that's gonna be more of a late game content. Conquer all the snowmen. Anyways, self-service checkouts, unexpected item and bagging area. So let's push over here, and then I imagine I'm going to want a log. Well, I want a log where I'm standing right now, but it's not that easy. Here's what I'm gonna do then. I'm gonna go to here. Wait, no. I'm gonna reset this and get off here, and then push the log onto the raft again, because that's what I just did, and I figure there's a bit of a theme here. Not what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted, so that I can roll this over, knock it over here, and send it. Send it again. And again. And now we're on a new land. Only a double tree. Wait. Oh, is it possible to possibly access the snowman from here? Because here's the thing. I see a gap of 1 and I see a gap of 3. How dare they not leave me a gap of 2? I'm actually not fully sure what my plan is. But I almost feel like I want to get the... let's see if I can show this. I want to have my raft be here and go to the left. That's what I'm feeling. I don't know if it's right. So let me actually hit you with a little log rolling to over here. If I reset this, we get the tree back. Probably want to reset this one, in all honesty. And then I'm okay if that tree's there. I don't really mind one way or another. So I feel that my roll was not far off. Actually, wait, no, my roll was completely on point. It was not only on point, it was the exact roll I wanted to make. Because what I can just do is go here and say goodbye, snowman. The Sudoku Cult of 2214. Poorly designed newspaper editor AIs occasionally cause sections of paper to bleed into one another. One such incident inspired the founding of a cult whose prime text was an unsolvable Sudoku puzzle composed entirely from sports emoji. Why so fast? I'm kind of just of the opinion, after having played this a lot, that I think there's a few too many of the flavor text things. Like, I don't mind them. You know, they're fine. I think there's just a couple too many of them, so I'm just kind of getting through them. Either that or I'm solving the puzzles too fast. You choose. Right, so I want to create a raft to the north of this. This log just is so tempting. Something tells me it's just wrong with pushing that down right away. So what if I do this? Then all I do is create a double long log that I can just walk over. It's interesting they haven't had a puzzle that requires you to do something like this at all. What I'm thinking is that this, starting off with this, is just, it's too simple, therefore it can't be it. So with that in mind, how else can I mess around with this? Reset again. There's not much I can do. I can push up, and then this log don't really do much. You know, I'll send it here, whoop-de-doo. I can push it down, which creates an extra barrier here, which almost maybe does something. And then there's that, which doesn't do much. And then there's, well, of course, the obvious thing, which gets close, but in case you guys forgot how this works, that happens. So we reset, and then we do this. Get them out of the way. push this up here. Probably do this instead. I think this is like the one order thing that's always messed me up the most. Just swapping the order of the logs. That's gotten me like a good 4 or 5 times now. Another new area. Knock this over. I guess we're just going left. Not much to it. Television. Hat. Many human childs would cut a square out of a cardboard box, put the box on their head, and pretend to be part of a televised news broadcast. This particular metal and glass hat was presumably a television costume for rich children. Right, so we can walk on this rock, which is cool and all, but I have no use for it. But I do have a use for walking on it now, so there we go. Alright, there's our fast travel. Let's, oh, here's what's cool. I can use this to walk on this area. And then I can push that in there, but that's probably not even what I want to do. I more want to set that up and take a look at where we are and respect everything. We're getting very close to the start, which is cool. Set up this tree for later and head on over here. Milk and cookies at 11sies. Juvenile humans often enjoyed a bonus snack at around 11 a.m. called 11sies. The monster right in this description can vouch for the appeal of 11sies and 12sies and 3z's, 330z's, and 335z's. It has been a long day. I am not British enough to understand that. Alright, here's what I'm thinking then. We walk up on these rocks to push this log out of the previously impossible place for it to get out. And then we push this over. There's the ring we saw before. One ring to rule them all. So there's a 1 gap going north and a 3 gap going east. I feel like we can't actually do much with the 3 gap. Anyways, I'm going to set this up here. Let's just try to go north. So I'm going to set this up here, and I bet we'll need to walk on the logs again. Or walk on the rocks again. So set this up here, and then push this down and then over. Nice. Dandelion clock. Human legends hold that the number of breaths it takes to blow all the seeds off a dandelion clock will reveal the time. But how does the dandelion know? Experts currently suspect the dandelion of wearing a tiny wristwatch. Okay. Wow, we're at places we've been to before. Look at that. It's that coffee shop. We have straight up been there before. So let's see, I guess we can technically go right if I want to set that up, and I think I do want to set that up. That being said, I currently don't know how I'm going to set that up. Because, I mean, all I can actually do right now is just connect these, and then push this log across to, like, here. And then, hold on, go down. This is new. The dating lasso. One human courtship ritual was to capture a mate using a lasso of solid gold and shiny rocks. Rich humans could afford larger lassos such as this one, which increased the chance of catching someone if thrown correctly. This lasso was dropped from a helicopter, missed its target by 2 miles, and landed in the sea. Alright, so I just want to recap that we used an area that we previously moved through as a stepping stone to continue through this later game area. How cool is that? How cool is that? Alright, so we can walk over like this. That is a fun way to walk across the water. It looks like this is a raft level. Not sure where it is that I want to raft. Because I can set this up all here, all fine and dandy. But then, so what? I still think this is correct. Mostly so I can do this and then, whoops. And then do this, which is cool because now I can do the thing. Actually, you know what? I'll even push here as well so I can set this up and instantly win. No! And away we go. Alright, we're getting to the tiny clouds. We're basically just clearing up in entirety this area. Because these were just the little tiny portions we were left behind. Little did I know that they probably weren't accessible until I came into later parts of the game. Alright, so here's something interesting. I knock over this and go here. Because what I want to do is probably put this on here, push this, and be able to come back on my own. And with that movement, I will now have the log in the proper position to move on. How did the dev possibly make it so there's no accidental raft areas? No idea. And this must have been so carefully made. Maybe there are. Maybe I'll make it my goal to go out of bounds somehow. In some way, I'm not sure. Hand-operated bell. This device produces a very pleasing sound but appears not to have been used to make music. We assume this is because the chime tended to summon a human in business attire who would try to offer assistance that would have been quite disruptive to an orchestra. If you guys are wondering why I decided to stop speed reading these, it's because I'm out of breath. Anyways, the plan, we knock this over, we do the thing. Honestly, this is probably good enough. Yeah, that looks solid. Alright, where are we now? I've officially lost track of where we are. Are we still near spawn? A lot going on here, though. It seems I can just go up to here right now. And my overall goal is to make it to the right. I mean, I might as well do that. But I mean, now what? It's not like I can just make it onto the raft. I'm gonna leave that here. Maybe if it reset, come back down. Not sure. Maybe I want to mess around with this. Probably create a raft here so that I have another way back. And that's probably the move. Can I so easily set this up? It looks like it. So now we're here. Watch this. Now we do all this stuff. Set up the log here. And then come on back. And go on over. Sweet. Baby shoes never worn. An even sadder story. These miniature human shoes are in pristine condition due to lack of use. Eventually, after many years of conflict between tiny screaming, crumpled humans and big, tired humans, the practice of shoeing babies was deemed futile and abandoned. Well, I guess that's a little bit better than the alternative. Alright, another sandy area. Lots of extra trees. Another bench. But let's take a look at where we are. Wait, is that a flying saucer? It is a flying saucer. And now we can see where we've been this whole time. So we still haven't made it to these sets of islands. We're decently west of the starting area. And now we got this giant cloud thing to go through. We still have this giant cloud area, and then, oh, this massive cloud area. The world's biggest cloud area. I bet we're not even halfway done. While I've been sitting on this bench, I realized that there are in fact no trees on this island. So we are very much forced to move trees in between islands. So the game is now forcing us to do meta activity. Oh god, it's gonna get difficult from here. It is going to get tough.